A quick question. Is there a fix for ghosting caused by FSR3 Frame Generation mods when moving fast in some games like Cyberpunk? To put it simply, no. There is no fix for now. Thank you. My name is SCZ, that was a video. Wait. You'd like me to elaborate, right? You may know that in other games, like Alan Wake 2, you can use some simple modifications to block some post-processing effects and get rid of most of that ghosting or other artifacts. Then, why not Cyberpunk? Well, the technology behind the frame gen magic. To find out what's going on, we can take a look into debug capabilities of AMD's FSR3. What's even that? In AMD's official integration deck for FSR3, we can find that it's a feature for developers to help them look under the hood, like what's going on behind the scenes when FSR is generating new frames. In the debug view, developers might access separate viewports with all data that FSR3 is using to generate frames. While the topic is quite extensive and interesting, let's focus on the disocclusion mask view there. That one will help us better understand why there is ghosting. So, what is the disocclusion mask actually? An answer awaits in another AMD's decks, prepared for FSR2 this time. The disocclusion mask is created by finding differences between the outer contours of 3D objects in the most recent and the previous frame rendered by GPU. As the positions of those objects on the screen change, this occlusion mask helps us spot a space that an upscaling frame generation algorithm like FSR3 has to fill up to generate a new frame based on the input information. The same deck tells us what happens when something goes wrong, like historic data the algorithm gets is not correlated anymore with a new one. That's exactly the moment when ghosting occurs, and instead of high quality image, we're getting those visual glitches and fuzzies. When history data is not correlated with the new input the most? Well, when objects on a screen move fast, the frame generation algorithm struggles to guess what to put in the newly generated frames. I've even tried to strip Cyberpunk down from all of its post-processing effects to see if ghosting still happens. Unfortunately, yes. It's not a Cyberpunk exclusive issue anyway. Just the fast-paced action and movement speeds the game offers make glitches so visible with the modded FSR frame generation. What to do then? We may ask AMD itself or game developers if they have a solution. Let's check how FSR3 works when it's implemented natively as an official frame gen setting. We've got the legendary farming simulator here in its year 22 edition. Nice! Let's turn FSR3 on, frame gen, and the problem is still there. Yep. No way that track moves as fast as Rayfield in Cyberpunk, but we can clearly see the ghosting and artifacts in the car's shadow. We can only speculate that the problem goes deeper and it's actually FSR3 the most noticeable flaw. Maybe that AMD needs to step its game up there. And who knows, use some AI tech to preserve image quality like Nvidia does. Honestly, I don't know. What I know though, FSR3 frame generation modes give a nice, comforting FPS bump without severe artifacting in many games already, like in The Witcher 3 for example. Farming Simulator 22 also makes a nice use of the technology, given the fact that for the most time you won't be reaching any high speeds anyway. Can you imagine that other, mentioned here already, companies made a not so much better frame gen solution, a major selling point limited only to their newest GPUs? While Cyberpunk, let's not forget that we already received a game that shows how well FSR3 works when implemented properly. So let's wait a bit, we'll see how things turn out in the future. Thanks, hope you enjoyed this short video. See you next time. Let's not forget, use these tips if you're looking for general ways to limit ghosting for now.